Hello guys, Nepal Times here, welcome to a new video, and today I have here my iPhone 6s with iOS 14 installed, and we're going to go through another of the probably the most exciting feature about iOS 14, which are all the changes that have been in the home screen layout, including the app library, the widgets and everything. So let's go. Okay, so as you know, Apple introduced iOS 14 along with all the other new softwares last Monday, depending on when you're seeing this video, but in four days ago, as the time of recording. And yeah, we're going to go through one of the main changes, which is the home screen layout. So as you can see, we can now add widgets and change the layout basically. But this includes quite a number of few things and different things that didn't exist before. So we're gonna go through all of this. Now take into account that as of the time of recording this video, beta 1 is out, so we will likely see a handful of more betas before the release, so all of this that I'm gonna tell you today could change before the final release. However, we expect the major essence of the thing to remain like that. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Okay guys, so here it is, the iOS 14 home screen layout in all its glory, and as you can see, most of it is very familiar except for some weird things along the way. So yeah, first of all, you can now add widgets to the home screen. So all the widgets do appear here as they used to, and yeah, we can see it here. And now we can also drag them and add them to our home screen or any page we want in the home screen, so that's very nice. So for example, here I have the weather widget, here I have the music widget, the battery widget, here the battery widget again, because I'm still figuring out which one the optimal one is for me, the one I like the most and that I feel more comfortable with. And here we have the app library. So maybe let's start with the app library first. Yeah, so the app library basically takes all your apps and organizes them in smart folders. So here, for example, I have productivity, utilities, creativity, suggestions. It will also suggest some apps depending on how you use your device, the same as we had here in previous iOS versions. And yeah, so here these folders are automatically organized. If I tap one of them, I can see all the apps in that folder. However, you of course can still create your folders here with your own personal preference and call it whatever you want and everything, so that will still be there. And since we entered wiggle mode, now you can see there's a number of changes. So first off, we have this plus symbol at the corner, and if we tap it, and if we tap it correctly, we can access all the new widgets and add whichever we want to the view. So if I tap one of them, I can scroll through different types of widgets. So we have this square one for most of them actually, I think. We have the square one, we have the bit bigger one, and we have the huge one. So this is especially noticeable for the battery widget. So in the square one we have this one, and if we connect up to 3 more devices, we can see the battery of them. And then here we have also for 4 devices. However, this will show the percentage of all of the devices instead of this one, as when you connect up from one more device, you will not be able to see the percentage. And this is just the same one that we have in previous OS versions. So also this is one of the main things that I see that will probably change the most, so do take this with a grain of salt. If I tap add widget, as you can see, it will be added to the home screen and I can drag it around to one page, to other page, or just delete it. Also, another thing is that if you tap one of these widgets, it will automatically take you to the app. So in this case it was music and it took me to the redesigned music app. Thumbs up below if you want me to make a video about the redesigned music app. But yeah, what I meant with this is that it can replace actually having the app here. So yeah, I have my music app here and the widget here, but I could just have the widget and have the music app in the music library, in the app library, sorry. And yeah, just tap the widget whenever I want to access the music app. Also, one of the widgets that we have here, as you can see, is the smart stack. So if we drag this one to our home page, for example here, this is works similarly to how the Siri watch face works in the Apple Watch, and it will basically show you different widgets depending on the time of the day or what is more relevant. Also, if you swipe, you can just swipe between different widgets. So here I have recommendations, photos, which doesn't seem to work very good in this first beta, calendar, this is tips actually, it's funny, reminders, podcasts, and weather. Those are the ones that are available as of now. However, it has already been confirmed that the clock and files app widget will be added in future betas. We did actually see the clock one in the keynote itself, so yeah. Also, you may have noticed that this has changed a little bit, the different page scroller thing, and that is because you can tap it and actually select the pages that you want to see. So say you just want to see one page where you have a couple widgets, maybe this one actually, you have a couple widgets and the apps you use more frequently, so you can just disable the other two, and that's it. And now you just have one page, and then if you swipe left, you have the app library, and if you swipe right, you have the rest of the widgets. So that's that. I think that's a very good thing because you don't necessarily have to have all your apps here, but all of them will be in the app library anyways. So yeah, that's cool. Also, all of this is non-destructive, so if I go back into wiggle mode and tap here, you can see I still have my 2 pages left from before, and I can reactivate one or both, and everything will go back to normal. Also in settings, we have a new page which is home screen, and here you can choose to show the notification badges in the app library. So if I tap this and I have notifications for some apps, they will show there. And you can also choose to add the new app downloads to the home screen or only to the app library. So this way, if you download a new app, it will only go to the app library. And as you can see, I activated the notification toggles, so now you can see them in my app library wherever there is some notifications. And lastly, and this is not totally related, but it's also new and Apple put it in the same section in the keynote, we do have picture-in-picture coming to the iPhone, so that's great. So if we go to the full screen viewer, you can see that we have this icon here, and I already did a video showing picture-in-picture, but yeah, we tap it and now it's here. And the best part is that we can go anywhere and it will remain here and it will remain playing. So that's pretty cool. And then we can also resize the window, put it up, put it down, make it smaller, make it bigger, and even leave it to the side. And the audio will continue playing, but it will not bother us. If we want to take it back, we just drag it. And then as you can see, we have some controls here for closing, pausing, going back and forth, and then for going back to full screen mode. So yeah, that's picture-in-picture in iOS 14. And also lastly, I do want to mention that, as you can see in this screenshot here, in iPadOS 14 all the widgets are not possible to place around the apps, just like in iOS. They're restricted to pretty much where they were before. So only in the today view and only if you're in landscape mode. If you're in portrait mode, you will have to swipe from the left to access that view. But yeah, that's everything, and now let's go ahead and finish the video. So yeah, that's everything new with the home screen and picture-in-picture in iOS 14. And I do have to admit that at first everyone was like, yes, we need these new things for the home screen. We want a home screen redesign. People have been like that for so long. And actually, I have to admit that I wasn't too much into it because I think the iPhone home screen layout is pretty iconic at the moment. It's one of those things that make an iPhone an iPhone. I don't know, I just felt like that. So I wasn't particularly excited. However, when I saw it in the keynote, I don't know, I just loved it. And I saw that it still remains the same essence, and it's not a total copy from Android, so I actually like it really much. As I said, I'm still using this beta testing iPhone for figuring out the optimal home screen layout for me. Because fun fact, I don't know if you know, but I have like 12 different iPhone models, and in all of them I do have the same home screen layout with the same icons in the same places whenever possible, because of course some screens are bigger and some screens are smaller. And yeah, I'm a pretty OCD guy, so this is gonna be big for me, like having to change the layout. So I'm figuring out what works best, what doesn't, just so as soon as the final version of iOS 14 is released, I can put it in my personal iPhone and just put the home screen layout like I wanted to. But yeah, that's everything I wanted to show you today. Do you have any questions about this new home screen layout? Please leave them down below in the comments and I will do my best to answer. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more Apple related content coming every week, and especially now with iOS 14 I have so many things to cover. I also have some unboxings that will be coming soon and some reviews pending from the HomePod and the 16-inch MacBook Pro. So what are you waiting for? Just hit subscribe down below so you won't miss any of those. Also, if you hit the bell icon, you will be notified whenever I share a new video, so that's pretty good for you. But yeah, thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one. Bye!